Go. See, alright, so first and foremost, when I give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Instead of say person and elders agreements and well teachers of person in truth. And say salutations for the ark, and say pushing the word in on truth. And sincerely day in and day out, constantly in season and season, we say Shalom. And once again, you also hear the prophecy. And one of the things I want to touch upon is with all the things that are going on right now, right? You see the wars, you see the pestilences, you see the diseases, you see the earthquakes, you see the uproars of the people, and all these things that they're seeing going on. One of the things people are talking about is how these rich people preparing for something to come. Right? Right now, I was watching videos where they literally dig underneath certain cities and so forth. It have like a city underground, literally tunnels with beaches, with water running. You understand? Full things because they prepare. Then they have their bunkers. They have their bunkers, the silos. We know where it is stocking on the food. Because again, the rich know where it is coming to this place. I come on, these tutors outside there, these chicks outside there, all I'm studying about is carnival, a fete, a line, a party. When is the next? Which part is the next abominable stuff we could go and do? You understand? Now the rich with the money, they're preparing, but what I want to touch upon is that money is not going to help you in this time. You feel it in our people with you feel it in our millionaires caught up in what's going on in those wars right now that happening around the world, that they can't get out, that the money ain't benefit them no time. You understand? They can't take all the money to say, well, what's going on? You know, when they have the money, we like to say they will flex. When you have money, you gotta flex up because why? When you have the money, you can do anything that you want. You understand? They can flex. You feel that they already money, you know, you feel that they want to think like, yeah, I'll give you $1 million and spare my life now. You know, leave me alone. In that time, nobody want to hear that. That money ain't gonna profit you no time. Any day I rather that money won't profit you nothing. You understand? Well,
there's Proverbs 11 verse 4. He said, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
So the riches profit not in the day of wrath. That not going to benefit you. That not going to help you. Now, one of the things that the mindset of people is that they have to have money. That is why even in the New Year's, this is one of the traditions that some people doing. Yeah. Make sure you have money in the pocket for when the New Year come. You understand? Now, all of that go back to paganism, idol worship, right? But just to show you how there's favor money, how they watch money. It's like having a money salvation for the life. And that go back to Egyptology. You understand? Where in Egyptology you have to die with something in order to be saved in their belief that you have to be saved. So if you don't have nothing, just know you ain't gonna make it in their belief. And that belief now spread toward to the whole world. Had them thinking that money is going to benefit them and that money going to help them. You understand? That's all. I'm finished.
Continue?
Yeah,
Proverbs 11 verse 4. He said, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
So it tell you what? It says righteousness deliver you. You understand? Because that is what going to help you through the time. The scripture says wisdom and knowledge shall be your stabilities in the time. Not money, because one time you're going to know the money going to be worthless in the wrath to come. Anytime of destruction, you ever hear somebody say, hold out 20,000? No. You know what they're asking for? Water, food, you know, they're asking for something, medicine, and that money come worthless. When it's time for a man to feed his family, and he come into break in your house, you feel like you bribe him, you feel like you tell him hold out 20,000 when what? Things get digital. When you know you can't go into the city because there's other people hunting and so forth, you feel like a bribe in that time around, you feel like a bribe somebody. You feel like take that money anytime and tell the Lord, here going on. Look at $1 million here, I'm paying from a spot in the kingdom. You feel like you do that? You can't. You can't. The scripture don't tell you what is going to deliver your righteousness. Being righteous.
When this place collapse, when the economy collapse, you know, your money going to sell you food. You look at the store that for yourself. Yeah. So that money ain't going to hand you. That's worthless to he. But he's going to take that we could do with that. Can't do nothing with that.
Can't do nothing at all. You see, there's even straight in the movies that what is going on in the time around, they're straight in the movies. You saw a good depiction of what it is that's happening. You saw movies that show you a good depiction of how the place going to be. When these people break in your house and you see with money, what they do, they slap away the money. You understand? Because they know it in that time it become worthless. One man comes to a man tell you he he won't spare no one. You understand? Your child, your wife, whatever it is, you feel you can give him a 20,000 to make him leave? Nah. And in that time the spirit gonna raise in certain people, the spirit gonna activate. Some of these people who you see come walk on the streets in that particular day, they're gonna turn hardcore demons. You understand? They just holding in that rat or hold that spirit in them, but the Lord gonna activate them in that day. You can't bribe them in that time. Yeah. You must say one thing, and that the scripture says we're going to that place, we say they wouldn't regard the kings and princes. You don't care about what you have.
If I can say also a good example that was like what happened in Venezuela. In certain places like the Venezuela itself, I think they have the Bolivares, let's call it. Right now, in certain places it's useless. That's why you started to use the US dollar to be able to buy things and certain
literally. I'll never forget that when that happened on the streets of Venezuela, right? It was just money. People was using the dollars to like light fire and
to stay warm.
This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of Yahweh.
Yeah, so your silver and your gold not going to be able to deliver you in that day. You know? Because that belief, you see, you understand, the way how a man think is all about, it's how you are taught. And plenty of them was taught the wrong thing. Plenty of them was taught beliefs and a belief system that was from a pagan book. That system where they have that they believe money can help them, actually that when you go and look at it, it comes straight back from Egypt. You understand? Having that money, they believe that. That is why there's buried the mummies and so forth with what? The prized possessions. Because they know that the money is what going to get them into, they believe money is what going to get them into their kingdom. But when it comes to the true living God, that they don't work so. It's about what it is, righteousness. That money that Olive's talking about, that have on all the thing. You know what? Matter of fact, what happened right now when it comes to Australia, like on that part of the world, banks closing down. You literally have to leave. If you live in an area, you have to leave that spot to go to one of the main branches, right? And when you go now to that main branch, you know what they're telling you? You have to follow whatever it is, whatever stipulations they're paying. Now it becoming what? If all they don't know what's going on in Australia, Australia's already what? Hardcore digital. You understand? So no, that is the reason why. The forcing people not to, when they all they need all the money, all they have to get us. It is to show you that God, that money ain't going to help you at the phone. It's not going to help you. Not going to benefit you. You understand? Right.
They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. When you look at what the rightfully said, proceeding to that time, that is right up almost upon us. Gold, silver, all the precious jewelry, things that you treasure so much, you labor so much for, you betray friends, family, you betray Yahweh, these things are going to count for nothing. Because like you rightfully said, in that time where food is scarce and a man, a perpetrator decides to come in your house, you can't offer him no jewels, what I'm going to do? Two things he coming to do, come to take your food and coming to ravage your women. And that, all these women who walk around cottage style, who figure there is the cream of the crop, at that time, they'll be trading the vagina for canna beans. That's how serious it is.
Even with in that time, you realize something that the men, you understand, in that time, the time I rat is everybody for themselves. People fail to realize that. You see, because what is going on is that, especially people in the westernized mindset, that's how people lost in the source. You understand? That westernized mindset, that's how people so destroyed. Is that they believe nothing will come to them, right? And they believe that when something do come to them, the American people will come and save them. You understand? That hey, when the tables turn for what going on in Palestine, going on in these places, when the tables turn to all them, we feel, or they can even go out there without food. Some of these people across there, they even though they're following their God, right? They just still go through days of what? Fasting in their belief, right? so they know. But you really feel Jake women who live in America here, you know, the Jake men who live in here in America, you feel them to go through the things they're going through.
And then belly growl they eating something.
You understand? Yeah. And it's so easily accessible. Here why? Just have to go on the phone, type in here, DoorDash, Uber Eats, you understand? Or order KFC, and it comes straight to them. That is why, one on Jake man, Charles, go get the money. You understand? That's one of the things, because they believe the basis of what it is to be righteous and think is money. Their God is money. You understand?
If I can say,
Or I should say one of the gods. You understand? Because there are many.
It's alright to put them as a dependency too. When you make somebody depend, it come like when you take a beast from the field and you make it dependable. You put it back in the field, it can't survive.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it don't adapt to somebody having to feed it right through. It don't have to catch its own food. When it had to actually go revert back to that, now it could be tough.
And I something the way you also say, like how you say Esau made independent. You remember what people fail to realize is Esau is literally telling themselves. When Esau talking about psychological stuff, because everything for them is psyche, right? They already did in the earlier days. They already did so much of studies. They know how to program people, how to train people to do certain things. They understand. They already have all in the trap that they want to have all in. You don't believe? I sit down yesterday. Listen what I tell you. With what going on with Palestine, how they cut off the internet, the electricity, right? I say what going on be the big diversion, boy. What going to be the big diversion to let people forget what's going on here and turn to something else. Boom, and they say like, you know, later on in the evening, this man from Friends there. You know my friends the show?
Yeah.
Chandler.
I see
what
somebody
your
post
life
that.
is there? I said, just imagine that. I said, just like that. I just saw, you know some diversion coming because the information about them, Palestine getting no water, no food, things, it causing too much output. Something they're going to do to make people
throw it off.
Boom.
I see a friend of mine post that.
Boom. All of a sudden, boom. You know? Go ahead, Jake.
This is Zephaniah chapter 1, reading from verse 14 to verse 18. The great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasted greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation.
Yeah, you remember them two words they say a day of wasteness and distress. You understand? That sound like anything nice to you? That sound like in that time you could bring forth money and go help yourself? that time sound like you could run to the bank and cash out?
Nope.
You know it's mean wasteness and debt? Time of it's two words say that time of extermination.
This is what the Lord is going to bring. Because the scripture says, "We shall a trumpet be blown in the city."
And he have not done
And
it.
the people who do not that great shall there be evil that in the city. And this is how the Lord going to bring judgment. Right?
A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds with thick darkness, a day of the trumpet, an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
And you say because an alarm against. You understand? It's not an alarm for.
Four is alarm against.
And I will bring distress upon men.
You bring what?
Distress upon men.
So when you bring distress, ask yourself, could that money benefit you in that day? Could those riches save you? It can. It can. Because you know it's distress, it's putting a man out of his ordinary, out of his comfort zone. That's what the Lord telling him. He's going to bring distress. And that's the next thing too, when you go back to like we were talking about. That's what Christianity just teaches is that in that day, before these things come, there's one to teach you up there. Yeah. And then you know when they do come, you can pray and you can make these things go. No. That's not going to happen. Ask your pastor in that day, wait till he going to do the tithes money he's picking up right now.
And he's storing up.
Or why it is he just taking money and spend it so much fast? Why he just do it? Why?
And put it in physical assets.
Yeah, put it in physical is liquidated. You understand?
And they did show you how Esau does do things because they know when they watching apocalyptic times, you see people with money eventually get raided. Esau make sure and build not only bunkers, but they also put technology circulating around it. So even if you try to invade, you might see an automatic shotgun just come up and just bust two in your chest. You understand?
And now
sliding doors, a seal off. Good.
But they make the bunkers so good now. I was watching some videos like Maybe the bunker so good, you technically gonna be driving across that. You don't even know. They put it in places that you think you gonna think that it a bunker might be deep woods. It might be deep woods or deep things, you know?
And it's right here.
And it right there. You know? So, like I was watching that thing, I'm literally show you how they have like full like drive-throughs underneath the ground.
I was at Dreadlocks guy.
Yeah. Nah, it wasn't dreadlock there, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
But this one was a different one now. It's straight cities driving through.
And then like a maze the same.
Yeah.
You can't just go down there and figure you will find like a maze. And they say it has access points to these tunnels through various government buildings. So when shit hit the fan,
They
the
just go
so-called
down, yeah.
officials, hey, them,
The White House.
yeah.
The White House have a underneath it.
Yeah.
They just go underneath when in time I like attacks and so forth, they send them straight down underneath the ground and lock it off.
Yeah.
So for them that don't believe, they're going to look up that contingency plan that the White House have. Watch my bunkers so serious, right? Is that a man built a 3-story bunker underneath the ground. So if you do so, it's a 3-story. If you go so, it's a 3-story. If you flip it upside like we normal part of the world, it's 3-story. Flip it underneath 3-story. Either underneath stock of food, this is that, food that can't spoil, this is that. And one of the things he say, I'll see if I get back down and do a video on it. One of the things he say is that he said at any time something happened, and this is what he telling the reporter. He said at any time something happened, which something going to happen, right? He say I safe. My family safe.
And how it's structured, you can access that
Yeah.
just so not the common man house you can just break in.
Yeah. As you go back in technology. Right now they have robots. These people that have these kind of money building bunkers, who you feel going and fight? You feel this normal man coming and fight you? Normal man come and fight you.
With the technology, you also have, the things, we say that, like the radius, where the bomb could reach, or how far it could penetrate under the earth, He built his own their bunkers to suit that blast.
So that, yeah.
But when he prepares how to escape from these men that come in
Yeah,
here,
the hunters.
I'm doing right now.
how you gonna escape from them? So the blast can reach a certain depth.
He can-
the
yeah, he can
radiation
stay-
can,
yeah,
so
yeah.
he's safe there.
Yeah, safe there.
And the Lord put it like that because he don't want him to die.
You remember, I don't remember that Resident Evil, the last part. Not the new one, not the new one, not that one I'm talking about. From the movie.
I don't watch over that.
Right?
That's
And up ahead, how you feel everything start? It's what some Edomites do it. They actually bring for the virus, and I know where they went. They lock up themselves on that thing. And when she comes, she actually, remember she's a clone. She watching, she old her version of herself. Not knowing when the person telling she all this was already programmed to happen. They just want what them do was a reset at the earth. When they reset now, they would just come back out and come to dominate.
It had another important part in the movie when the scientist responsible for the virus, he said mankind is approaching extinction. We could either sit back and let it happen, or we could control it. So they come up with this virus to eliminate a certain percentage of the population, and after they eliminate that percentage, they go repopulate back the earth. Because at that time it was an age where they had the technology.
But that way you say that when they do watch it ending up, it was already that piece
Yeah.
you say, it already programmed. They had already bring forth everything. And but in the last piece, I'll see if I get that clip for you and send everybody. That last piece when she bounced up the bunker that there was all the rich people wasn't, because there was hibernating whatever it is Steven, and she bounced up only the elites.
In cryogenic, yeah.
In cryogenic, them chambers and so forth. Once again, it's out telling us through the movie. Yeah, finish this and then we go to the brother's place.
And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against their power, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung.
And you see, it's sin, because it's sin against the Lord, these things will come. I tell you what going and save any day at that righteousness. What righteousness means you're going to what? Stop sin. You understand? Stop sin. That go back like we were also going to Nika. I tell you, people don't worship the Lord. They just want the Lord to worship them. You understand? When they say worshiping the Lord, they do the things that they worship. They worship Beyonce when she says something about thing and all it is, follow what Beyonce say, they worshiping. But when it comes to the Lord had to, all of a sudden know the table stood.
You had to conform to it.
Yeah, he had to conform to all it. It make any sense? So that way the thing is, because sin against me, these things will come onto all it. Good.
Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Yeah, speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. You understand? But if you want to happen to all the things, again, it has nothing nice coming all the way, and that money cannot save all the way. That money cannot buy all the way out there. You understand? Do feel. Hey, like when you watch, you can literally see E.S.O. killing the paper dollar. It's a reason why they're giving so much of big buyouts and big payouts. The celebrity athletes getting 300 million and things. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, but that's going down.
You understand? You're going to see where they actually training the dollar have the value of it that's decreasing.
That's why they hit their debt ceiling,
Yeah.
and they're printing more money.
Okay.
Now people are supposed to ask why. What is the possible reason? Because the aim is to collapse this paper money system.
Okay.
When you flood the market with this money, that's supposed to be difficult, because that would just give it its value.
Yeah.
How difficult it is to produce. When you flood the market with it, it loses its value there. So that is the hope, and that is where they're working towards right now. And based on what I see, before probably by next month, you could see the whole money system crash. If so far.
Biden already say he going to give Israel how much billions. Then he want to fund Ukraine again. Now he going through a problem. Now the people protesting against him. No, you know, a kingdom against a kingdom, you know?
Divided against
Can't stand. You understand? Now, all these things that happen by this show you that other people that are as soon, and then we don't remember Brits won it. You know?
I say, this Jeremiah 16 verse 16, it say, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. It say, and after will I send for many hunters.
So you have a time for men to fish. You understand? Meaning that you can't fish and money bring him into the fold, right? But then you go have a time for what? For hunters. You understand? And these hunters, hey, remember later to send you a video.
Alright.
I will send you a video. Remember the video?
About, yeah.
It's something called the rapture. And in that particular thing, that one particular clip, it gives you a perfect description of that.
The hunters.
When people told us they were going to get caught up, they didn't get caught up. The chariot come and start to zap them, start killing them. And as whoever went hiding into like underground thing, they show you the hunters coming in the spirit form, and they actually killing, taking them up.
It looks spooky.
Yeah, that one was very decent. I haven't got no phone talk, but I'll show you that thing. The video. But that, you see there, that clip has always come to my mind.
I'm sure you saw no coming. Yeah, the scrolls. See any prophecy? Know any prophecy?
Hey, I just say that you saw no comment. What I call the brother bring back up in the car when he's talking about the space station, right? And even for the space station and fight against what? Chariot. But I don't know if you watch the technology that E.S.O. creating to fight against like beings. Like spiritual beings. How they creating certain things so they could see figures and so forth. If you go into that, you can see it. Why?
You know some that's the ordinary.
Why?
Had to be a good show. Yeah, that'd be a good show.
You understand? But nonetheless, you had something here? If you don't think, go give me James and
It's not finished.
you finish this side.
It say, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks.
Out of the holes of the what?
Of the rocks.
Why would have hunt them there? Because they know, the Lord know that they're going to hide. We feel the bunkers is. This place, they literally show you men build like a city in a cave. You go and look at that. The kind of things is building in caves and so forth or on the ground.
A good example
Oh,
is
they're
like
not going to get away. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. I was gonna say a good example is like it's called Area 51. Where they show you all like it's a whole city literally underground, chambers upon chambers, and just be doing all the little funny stuff down there. And I think they even had I think Google Maps even had a controversy with them, like because Google Maps didn't knock on, I think, or Google Earth or something. You could be able to actually see it, and then they make them blanket off a whole area.
You so feel you want to escape the judgment, as people say, none shall go unpunished unto the grave. You feel that, you know, he not to pay, he not to work double portion for he. Don't feel he exempt from slavery, that he had to go through it. But remember the scripture says in Revelation, these are the men that weren't killed with the plagues, who was in hiding. That will come back and that will multiply and go in the brick pits. Right? That will go in the brick pits. That will make some water with that straw.
That'll serve.
How that Jake's doing it back then?
The well believe Yuval Harari that we can anger the God of the Bible.
Right, there's Amos 9 and verse 2. He said, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
And this is like from this is sidetrack a little bit. Christianity. Or you want to dig into hell? Break down our scripture, any Christian. Break down our scripture. What do you want to dig into hell? If hell is hell, we know what you're talking about.
It's supposed to be a spiritual place,
Yes,
right? You can dig into a spiritual
place
place.
and so forth. And how are you going to dig into hell?
Right.
Matter of fact, how you going, if the adoption is that hell is consumed by fire, how you going to start to dig in fire? You're going to burn. But we know what hell means. It means a ditch.
Or what they were saying, if you make the bed in
A
hell.
lower state. Hell was actually a place, you already know, hell, when you take Sheol, right? Yeah.
The Enya.
Hmm?
They place of burn filth.
Places to burn filth in a room. You understand? But they know with that now, how they make it into a whole doctrine. Now ask yourself, Christianity, how they going to dig into hell? How these men going to dig into hell? If it's a place full of fire.
Right?
But nonetheless, go ahead.
He said, though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Right? Because he saw his space station out there. He and I watching. Because he know. Right?
Any flat does say no satellites?
Yeah, no satellites.
No satellites.
And they do-
It's balloons flying in the sky.
There's no hiding place from the Father creation. Right? Even David was talking about that in Psalm. You can pick Psalm 139. Psalm 139 from the 6th to the 7th. Right?
Right. This is Psalms 139 and verse 7 and 8. Whether shall I go from thy spirit, or whether shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there.
If I make my bed in hell, so most I gonna be there.
So wait, God in hell? You say if you go in hell, don't want to show it.
Yeah.
God, are that making no sense?
So the most I there can hide. Right? And who the Lord gonna use? He's gonna use him men. But scripture says Israel is his battle axe. His weapons of war. But then he's gonna destroy you nations. Even the hunters are going and get out there. You know, you so feel that, you know, the radiation will stop the elect. Stop the hunters them from going, because the radiation it will burn them up. No. Radiation ain't gonna do them nothing. They wasn't created from the elements.
Or the remember the slide, but them are big like titanium doors are closing. The feel like going and block off somebody.
Actually, I think when it comes to like radiation and so forth, it's already have their stuff like to stop radiation from contaminating their body. They have a little idea. It's like they show you a little speck of that technology with this place that blew up in Ukraine, the Chernobyl. It has some people that go there and stay for it has a certain time, right? But it has people that go and they don't get affected. No. It's years that happen. You really feel Eastern create a technology for themselves to stay safe, for the elites to stay safe from that.
Yeah.
They be real. Because they know that radiation going to become a man. That going to lick up.
But they don't have food for like
I don't know
20
for
years stuck away now.
That old movie called I think it was Jericho. And I look back at that movie when they show you America get nuke, a big bomb, a big atomic bomb hit America. And I was small, but I watched about my great grandmother. Small. And when it hit, see the big thing, And when the fella come outside, this is how the movie ends. This is how the movie ends. When he bomb blow up, people already people dead thing. When he come outside now, when he start come outside, and he come outside, he walks up and he wipe his head so. You just see all the hair, all the face here so, he just wipe it out. The radiation. That's how the movie ends. Something Jericho, I think the walls are Jericho or Jericho has been destroyed, but it's literally showing you America getting new. That's how the movie ends, America getting new. And he just come out so and this is so. When he wipes so, you just see here and say his skin come out here so
That one fall just big Jericho.
Well,
And like I say, you realize all of them movies always be the same. Always something happening to America. It doesn't show you nowhere else in it.
and they're showing that there's always showing America falling and there's never show you the cure they have it, how they gonna come back. Or they never notice that in the movies because that is how far you see it. But what they see after is that the elites, they know that there are bunkers, the space station and so forth. To them is that the elites coming back to come back right after the destruction and rule. That's why they are the seed vaults, you know, all the seas in the world.
Fort Knox.
Yeah, Fort Knox with the gold. Then they have the area 51s. They have other places that they protect highly. And we just talk about places that all they might know. Thing. What were the places that they never put out? You understand?
I say at the inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever.
Forever. You understand?
Right now they're trying to duplicate the technology and the chariots and then
Yeah.
because I have a video since 1967 somewhere around. They're trying to duplicate that technology. Now we could only postulate how far they reach now, but still they will never be able to have it how the chariots of Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, how they move in the sky, how they respond. Because I was fortunate to see how some of them fly and stop 1 minute and just change direction at an instant, appear here, just end up down. So you know that kind of thing. So I never attain that level.
Even the planes I have is failed.
Even the Navy men who see chariots fly next to them, they said how they could not comprehend the technology. It was here women now. Now, I have an interview with the fella who recently come out, the ex-CIA agent who come out and say that our aliens real, right? And so forth. He do an interview with Vlad. And Vlad asked him a question. Because Vlad is a Jewish man, so you know he all them just talk like they just feed because you know them think yeah. You understand? So we asking him and he asking the CIA agent, I don't think them had that technology and so forth and you think they have it. He say, let me tell you something. This is what the man tell him. He said, let me tell you something. He said, what all they see now is what we had since the 90s, since the 1900s. You understand? He said, what we showing all now, that is what we had back then. He said, we already know. He said, he telling him, he said, America already duplicate saucers. They can't make it like them, but they make fake saucers that they already had since the 1900s. See what they see now is that is what they want. They just want to show all it. They're just giving all of that.
Like getting those stats.
Yeah, that's why it's a pictures with CIA agents have phone. There are pictures with them have phone and things.
Yeah.
And phone didn't come out yet.
In black and white, I remember them pictures.
So why? Because the technology and telling him, say, hey, see, you don't know what they have. You have an idea. You have an idea, but you say what it is, what they see now, them already. What they're giving all they know is old technology. And that's when they put into consideration, if a man, an ex-CIA agent telling you what they had was old technology, imagine what they had now.
There's even showing the movies like G.I. Joe. I think it's G.I. Joe. I didn't see it when they had the kind of disc and the spin it, and you see what's moving about and recording. It had like about 2 terabytes of memory and shit. They just have it in the robot dogs I was making the other day to be able to attack people.
And them robot dogs actually, it gets so advanced right now. Watching the next video with them, it's so advanced. If you saw them moving like a pack.
And that's the ones they give you.
That's the one they give you.
So imagine the one they ain't give you.
The apostle, the bar, I remember clearly, he did do a lesson on it, where they have a robot shooting, and they put in the robot through certain simulation, somebody kick him in the back.
Kick him in the back, yeah.
Push him down, hit him something. And no matter where you do that robot, he always hitting everything on time. If you're kicking the roll, you're back up shooting. And all the shots is 100% accurate shots.
I think in that video too, Apostle Gabada say, he say for all the jakes, he said he wants all the family to come for all here. and next man go have mercy for you. And next man might show you how to leverage until they run.
Yeah.
These coming here, they ain't going to have no mercy. Them coming to fulfill the duty that was sent forth.
And if I can say also, when in that same video he was talking about, when he was man's kicking the robots, whenever he do something, you'll see you come in front of the robot, and the robot would stop. And then when he move, it will continue. So like it's programmed to not interfere with certain individuals. You know, like it's pre-programmed now.
And you see the robot trying to go around him to
Yeah,
fire the shot at the target. So when they point a target, our people jakes.
Yeah, that's it.
Because remember, because they have the DNA. So they can program that you what I mean. I just have a possible scenario they could use.
No, that they can use database.
Yeah.
That database, face recognition, not only that complexion. Anything that's looking weak color, kill it. All that, you understand?
Every means at their disposal, they employ it to destroy us.
They call it ethnic cleansing.
Finish it? Give me James. 5. Start from 1. Yeah, go ahead. If you
This is James chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you.
So the Holy Scripture saying, go to you rich men, weep and howl. You understand? Because he said misery is going to come upon all them. You understand? And he said nothing next, he said misery is going to come upon all them. So, or they feel, or they're exempted because they have money, or they feel, or they go and get away. That is what, you see Rock and them coming and talking about donate and or they help donate. These is billionaires asking poor people to donate.
And multi-millionaires.
You understand? Yeah. Multi-millionaires. You understand? We feel misery is not going to come upon these people. See, now they can flex. You feel daddy, you feel all are strong, Rock feel strong. You feel you can dodge about it? Watch what I'm saying, because you know what I tell you, not correct my statement, you know the spies in right now.
Yeah.
But correct my statement. In that particular day, when he plays underneath torments, miseries, you feel Rock is going to play Superman like how he just play in the movies. If he can, if he can hold a rock, if he can hold a rope and slide on it and hit the black Superman in the back, it's madness. It's movie thing, but nonetheless, you feel in real life when what is studying? What I saying in the world by a hungry man as well. A hungry man. When a common man can't get food, his son crying, his wife she crying, and he hungry. All of them hungry. You feel that man any pity for anybody? You feel that man going and care who he is? Especially some of these men who know that they work for rich people and these rich people abuse them and rob them and so forth. Because people are still about scam, but they realize the money system is a scam.
This goes back to what you were saying before. You have people walking among us that appear to be normal. But when we have overshare me, I was shy. Release them spirits for vengeance. You go see the ordinary common people who you think was just dopey and goofy and couldn't do nothing. You're seeing these people turn into bloodthirsty savages. Literally bathing in your blood and rejoicing. Killing your children, anything.
Miseries make a man mad.
That.
When a man get affliction from each corner, if he going to stay good in his mind, nah, he going to get cuckoo.
Pretend make it a white man mad. You know, because he's going to bring that distress, you know. And even when you look at the distress, it goes back to hell too. A condition. Right? And they Lord going to do, you know what, to the nation, to tell our people, to lay the bash and judgment he's going to bring. Right? He's going to bring distress, torment.
These people go and be in hell. They're going to be in hell. You understand?
I remember my officer said that, he told me, he say, the mission can teach you one thing. If you're not one of us, you're one of them. I have a reason why he said that. Because we're there and treat those who not for the Lord in that time, everybody going to be an enemy.
Yeah, you're right. Correct?
Remember, you say righteousness go deliver us, is what we say us. Righteousness does leave a mark. Righteousness have a mark. Yeah, and in that day, you don't have that mark. You want to suffer the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
That's right. See, if you don't have a mark, it says spare not, spare no one. Wife, child, whoever it is.
Your old hidden, see none.
Say who not you. Tell you know the elect seal.
See, yeah,
That's you have that mark. Die with it.
yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye, bye.
You know, they like to say that Holocaust is the worst atrocity. But them see atrocity yet, boy. Them see worse.
And you wouldn't believe, even as that Holocaust could never be the most. What about slavery? What about what they do the natives? When they compare the two, you wouldn't believe somebody compared the two. This was when I come in the shoot the earnings, and somebody did do a documentary and saying the Holocaust could never be the worst atrocity in the world. It could never be. So when you're watching numbers compared to what they do the natives numbers was higher, greater.
Wow.
Far greater. So if the numbers, but you see, it's the people that was getting things from the flag. It was who? And Casas. You understand?
But you know that the ideology, the push, that was the worst thing.
Yeah.
And I heard, you know, these people who believe in black consciousness, they would say certain things that you could see, you could agree with because it's in the scripture. And then it has certain things they will say that, you know, they bumped out. What the person was saying, the Holocaust was the greatest atrocity on film because they were able to film
to film the Holocaust.
Yeah, Holocaust.
Yeah.
He said, but the worst atrocity was not film, and that was our people, what we went through.
Yeah. And they're not wrong. So again, go back to watching the numbers was far greater from what the Holocaust is.
It's in the cargo slaves. It's over, I think it's over 100 million. 100 million was shipped and only about 10 million reached. So I think it's average about 90 million who actually died either on the way or wherever the case may be.
And the Holocaust numbers didn't even reach close to that.
Nowhere close. But they said they average 6 million. And then we know they inflate that number because as the scripture says, as soon as they born, they go out speaking lies. So everything they do, they will always lie. So that is why Esau can never keep a covenant. He can't even keep a covenant with himself. That's how sick he is.
Fact, the man said the covenant.
So break every treaty he made.
Give up the covenant.
break. You know?
Even with his own people.
The scripture say that he that is evil to himself, who you going to be good to?
Let me get it.
Say your own children going to complain about ungodly father. You know, evil. Let's just show what this man is. Own children.
Collateral damage.
Yeah, boy.
Complaining like wickedness.
Because why? They will hurt themselves. If a man can hurt himself, right, meaning that you hurt your own and be comfortable with that, who's you?
What the old saying we have? The most dangerous man is a man with nothing to lose.
Lose nothing.
When you check it, it's like he saw nothing to lose. I mean, he don't know the judgment written. He have 1,000 years to serve and then annihilation. What he had to lose? And if Edomites, if the Father put the Spirit on Edomites to really start to believe that we just said it, boy, then we're not start to walk around the place and just kill jigs at random.
But that's preparing for.
Guys would, and I wanted that guys would have prepared. Yeah, remember something. And that day, when things get buck wild, internet shut down. That is what people was. That is what even a common Jake was telling other Jakes. Is that hey, all of them realize we're just coming. These people just waiting for something that happened to target all in. That is what they're waiting for. Wait, big war going on. What was the Khazars move across in the land? Hey, you see the black Israelites down at the borders? Tell them, move from there, we don't want them no more. Come on the land. Why? Why they do that for? They say them cause the back end.
That's why the council saying that the greatest threat to Israel is the so-called black Americans. But we know the terminology. She's speaking about Jakes because who preaching the truth that we are the true Israelites and that is our homeland.
Yeah, but how if we have no power? How we could be the threat to them if we have no power?
Because they know prophecy and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is the greatest weapon on our side.
Yeah, but one of the greatest weapons is deception. The thing about it, they already know people foolish, right? They know these people go believe anything they say. When you think about it, say something like, say that we do have power. But Jake will go and show, let's imagine, Jake will go and not Jake, sorry, Esau want pop up a news thing. These men didn't, how we dangerous to the government? How? Or they have all the technology, all the how?
No weapons of
No
mass,
weapons,
nothing.
All the money, everything.
We don't have no nuclear capability.
Nothing.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 14. Read from verse 5. It says, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He that shall not, he shall not have pleasure in his goods. So a man that's evil to himself, how he could be good? How? How?
This man putting fluoride in the water. We own people that drink. Chemtrail in the air. We own people that breathe.
Remember, in the Muddy Georgia guide, with the so-called 10 Commandments, is maintained under 500 million. So that include his segment too.
It say there is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness. And I say, right? It say, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly. And
That's why these people say never trust thine enemy. So he come crouching and humbling himself.
Yeah.
You know, you saw that's where you saw he might come to help you to do something, but you have a game behind it.
Always.
Right? Because I watched a documentary. He went into I think it was Africa, helping them build up a house, and we get them a Christmas tree. You bring forth the doctrine, the Christmas tree. You know, he has something behind it.
Programming them one time.
Yeah. He ain't gonna do it. You see, he wasn't programmed to seek righteousness.
Yeah, he'd have a sincerely generous giving spirit.
He
He
wasn't
would want
programmed for that.
something.
And when you look at it, they like to use this word philanthropy. It's a big word among Esau. And if you notice and understand what philanthropy is, it's just a way to mask his real intention and his wickedness. Because look at Bill Gates. He's going into the various parts of Africa, pretending to be a big humanitarian.
What's you using that name?
yeah, what they using that name?
Oh,
You know how YouTube is with the BG.
Salakia. But we know the guy who is pushing this snake bite, going into the various parts in Africa and experimenting on the citizens, especially upon the children. And right now, there is a case going on where there were certain children who was part of a study that was headed by his foundation. A lot of them died, and those who didn't die, they have adverse reactions, and a lot of them maimed as a result of the so-called injections they received. So right now they're trying to gather those who were injured from these trials to try and see if they can go and sue the pharmaceutical for some money. But we know that ain't gonna amount to nothing.
Yeah, just get some small paper notes, if anything. Already and 3D, you see most of when you look at plenty of the different diseases that started off, it started off in that region.
Yeah.
Even Ebola.
Always.
Ebola just start off there too. Plenty of them start off wherever they just go and do the little crusadings.
And people that say it has started there because there's the poorest people. No. Who's the strongest people on the earth? Genetically. The one who's superior to the so-called white man who can't take the sun. Those of us with melanin, Jakes, we are the superior. So they like to come into these places where, because they know we scattered. They may not be able to physically identify, hey, use that Jake, use that Jake, use that Jake. No. But because of the systems they employ, they sweep a wide range. I could be fishing for carrot with a big ass net dragging through the sea. I ain't go catch carrot alone. I will catch lobster, I might catch some squid, kingfish, I will catch a whole lot of fish. But I know in that wide sweep net, I'm bound to catch carrot.
Yeah.
And that's how we operating. I may not be able to physically identify all of them. But based on the systems I employ, I know I could catch a lot of them.
Yeah. That's in Sirach 19 verse 26. It said, there is a wicked man that hangeth down his head sadly, but inwardly he is full of deceit.
And you saw to the tea, boy. But you just keep shaking the head. Oh God, I'm so sorry for you.
You ever see a Jake come and give a sad story and crying, and inwardly you know, like they're just trying to deceive you to get away.
Yeah.
That is Esau times 10. Like Esau times 10. They will say or do anything just to convince you to get away.
They like to say we stand in solidarity But these people, like when they was invading with Saddam Hussein, Iraq, he stand in solidarity with the Iraqi people to fight for their freedom and all of that. What they was doing, what freedom was fighting for? Freedom to take the shit.
Democracy.
Plunder.
Back in the coming down?
Maybe drop it, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah?
James? Same James.
Yeah, James.
Verse 2 now. Your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth-eaten. Verse 3.
You rich now what?
Corrupted.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You see how they get riches now. Just to put in the perspective for anybody, and have literally somebody come out and do a whole thing on it and have no good billionaires. Right? And what I mean by that is that every single, in order to become a billionaire, the things that they do, the things that they think, it have none. It have no good billionaires. The reason why they become billionaires is because they literally agree in doing things that a man with a good mind wouldn't do. You understand?
Riches gotten by deceit.
Yeah.
They know it so, they know it function. All of the thing is the wickedness. The scripture said that too in Jeremiah 22 and 13. He said, woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him for not his work. And scripture saying Habakkuk 2:12, right? How America was built by bloodshed, by free work, free labor, all these things.
I don't believe they're trying to destroy that history right now.
Yeah.
In the schools, they're removing the history of how America was built, what it is to do to get America, how it is they literally just, they have that information. Nonetheless, but
Verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days.
so they heap treasures for the last days. You understand? And they tell only from things. That is what they're doing. They heap them treasures for the last days. The reason why America is stocking up on certain things. Gold, food, this, that, keeping stuff. What if you're doing it for?
But the scriptures talk about, he may guide, but it will go to the just.
So in the
Just will inherit it.
Yeah.
So it's for the guide.
Your gold and your silver is mine, so you know what I'm saying?
They remember the guy and this, as you were saying, we just gone recoup. You understand? All the perfect minerals, the perfect stones, all this, the gold, all these things, all they're doing is for us. You know?
Esau like to talk about blood diamonds and how it's such an atrocious thing to trade and to buy blood diamonds. But how much of all your money stay with the blood of our people? How much of all the food that we eat? How much of our people's blood was spilled for the sake of them enjoying these luxurious food?
How much of them, one them blood diamond mines and
Exactly.
that had the little train digging.
And shares in it, eh? And all these Chechen sweatshops.
They just want to talk about that. That's it. People, they just want to talk about human rights and so forth. But there's the greatest human rights truth breaker of all time. As the brother said, whoa, Nike, when Kyrie Irving come out and say stuff about him being an Israelite and so forth and so on and so thing, and they call him anti-Semitic and all this other stuff. Nike come out Nike get rid of his shoes. Top 5 best selling shoes of all time, right? They get rid of his shoes. Somebody come up and say Nike being an advocate for righteousness. The Nike who literally have children and in the age of 10 slaving for them. The Nike had also remove some of the posts on kind of thing, but because of the blast them now, bring up these sweatshops. Or they want to be a so-called righteous advocate.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
All of a sudden. A man say the Nike? No, it can't be Nike. A man say Nike?
Working for $3 a day in another factory.
And sometimes less is like cents. They pay them cents.
$3 a day is plenty, yes? Cents.
They call it child sweatshops, they call it. You understand? But they're coming to a man get to find out he's something different from what they're calling him on a daily basis. Right? Yeah, all of a sudden now he's an anti. You know?
Esau don't mind him knowing that you know that he evil, you know. He don't have no issue with that. If you as an individual know he's evil, you don't have a problem. As long as you don't wake up the masses to his evil.
Yeah.
When you do that, that's when you have a problem. Because in order for you to function and maintain his grip on power, he needs the masses not to know what really taking place. That is why the government, in certain situations, will never actually tell you what is going on.
You know, that's why you don't play with a man and his wife, a man and his money. See what's going on with bricks and these things. They interfere with piece of paper. So when the dollar collapse, and there's more value than his money. What are you doing there?
Yeah, that problem.
Like problem.
And you think about it, how long the bricks will last? Because of what coming after. You understand? All these things is just temporary.
You know, even men that you pushing this road, waking up the leg. You know, you wanna get rid of because they waking up Jake. So you know, he telling these Edomites, no matter what you're doing, it has no salvation for you. You think these men are going to spend the money to pay tithes in these churches and pay these big donations? It's better that they live their life and live it up.
Yeah.
Right? So Esau is to keep these things in to say, you know, it's salvation for all boys.
Yeah.
You know, bring all your tithe and offering, all they go be saved. But there's really no salvation for them. Even in Esau own people and all too. Esau, this is when you own people and all too. But there's no repentance to them, no salvation to them. They all in these churches do the same thing. You know, but when you get the Jake's waking up these men, come like you throw inside Esau, and smoke in the wheel. You interfere with the paper, you interfere with the money.
No, that two systems. The first system is to keep them under control. That the doctrine of hell coming to still fearing them to control the masses. And the second reason is to just take money from them. Because remember, Esau have a system where he just always try to give you money, and on one hand he giving you, he take back to keep you in a certain level. If it is here to tell you to take that tithe money and invest it, and you won't be dependable. But if he keep playing fair and here to give him that money back, after he get it, he could remain rich, and you could remain poor and dependable.
You with a big multi-million-dollar company with a big farmer. It has no cure, yeah? These things no cure. These medicines you don't cure. That is just numb you, and your sickness still there. And they know we just feed off of the poor. Chemo when you have cancer, chemo and thing and spend a set of money, that take cure anything.
If you look at what you do during emancipation, they claim they set the slaves free.
Hopefully it goes so.
When they claim they set the slaves free. And here now, we promise, alright, we'll go get the 40 acres and a mule. The tools that Jake had was to use to plow the land, he had was to rent it. The seeds, he had was to rent it. Take out everything on commission. Down to the house where he built a little shack and everything. So fast as he make, 90-95% of what he earned had to go back to Esau.
He was still technically a slave. Yeah.
And Esau ensured that every time you plant your crops and you harvest, you will always have to pay 95%, if not the 100, back to me. And he keep that system from back then still happening today. But you know we telling Jakes, hey, you just have to work a little harder, but you have to put in more hours. Yeah. Burn the midnight oil, you have to push it, pull up yourself by your bootstrap, them kind of nonsense. You know, to get you to produce more, for you to take more.
You know, somebody say it that is like the system now. You work for a certain amount, you have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
You have to pay tax on food, pay tax on this and that. If you make past a certain amount, you have to pay an extra tax.
On that, huh?
You understand? So it's the same system we're talking about, taking back as much as he gave you, he tried to take it back.
Yeah, he take it back because you might be paying double shift and triple shift. A taxman going with that.
Yeah, boy.
And the scripture say by watching for riches, drive away sleep.
We have a tax in Trinidad called pay as you earn. Yeah. Watch how wicked that system is. The more money you make, you have to pay for making more money. You know, pay as you earn. Like one of the wickedest systems they set up out here. I'm going to get that from Esau.
What's your precept?
I pick one. Huh? They Job 27 verse 16. He said, though he heap up silver as the dust and prepared raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver.
As we are sure.
Right, right? You know, so all we preparing, we're gonna go to the just. Right? Just like when you go to war and you destroy our people where they do it, take the spoils.
Take the spoils.
So they were gonna have,
And you know, mind the first Exodus, we spoil Egypt.
God.
This Exodus, they're going to get spoiled again, but on a far greater level.
No, but this time we take the possession. Last time we take possession.
Yeah.
This time we take them too.
yeah, them.
God.
They say you shall
Yeah,
possess them. They shall take them captives.
God.
Whose captives they
You
were.
will.
God. Yep. And they had to be shitting bricks knowing that this prophecy will come to pass.
God.
It's not like Esau doubting or just putting up plans as contingencies in case it come to pass. He know it will come to pass. Because every prophecy in the scriptures thus far, most of it comes to pass. So remember how this one is dealing statistics. If we have 100 prophecies in the Bible, and let me say 50 of these prophecies come to pass, and they come to pass on time as the scripture predicted. The other 50 that is carded to come to pass at a later time. You don't think he will believe it coming to pass? Because he have evidence that the first 50 come to pass on time. So when he go and do it, say, hey, I set it up my thing and I'm going to see why I can do to stop. But as the scripture say, you can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth.
But the scripture also say he knew he had a short time.
Yeah.
So he not ignorant. Scriptures tell me that. That's why he doing all these things so quick now. Before, when he saw used to do things, like for example, when he used to plan world wars and all these different things, he used to take long periods of time. He realized everything now speeding up.
Yeah.
The scripture say what he say. He say come down to as a lion. Why? Because he knew he had a short time. And I prophecy. That precept will bring minds.
Go ahead.
Say there's Isaiah 47 or stuff from 1, right? It say come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. It says sit on the ground. It said there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more